Lamborghini cars are considered an unattainable dream for many of us. But did you know that this car was created by a war prisoner? In this video, we discuss how Ferruccio Lamborghini, the creator of this unique car, set the background for the creation of the Lamborghini car. Ferruccio was born in 1916 in a village called Renazzo in northern Italy. His parents' livelihood was based on cultivating vineyards for wine production. As a result, Ferruccio spent his childhood working on his father's vineyards, where they taught him the agricultural knowledge required for grape cultivation and the methods to produce high-quality products with excellence. Although Ferruccio learned all of this well, he wasn't particularly interested in it. His true passion lay in mechanical work, especially garage work. From a young age, he developed a keen interest in repairing and improving tractors, which were used in his father's farming activities. Although it was risky to diverge from the family business, Ferruccio made the decision to follow his passion for mechanics, which had been with him since his childhood. Despite his father's strong opposition to deviating from the family business, Ferruccio became a student at a technical institution called Fratelli Taddia. After his studies, he trained under a very skilled mechanic. This mechanic taught Ferruccio all the secrets of metalworking. With his growing mechanical knowledge, Ferruccio's next goal was to secure a job at the Italian military vehicle repair shop in the Cavaglia factory. Although securing a job at this factory was very difficult, Ferruccio faced the challenge with determination and eventually succeeded in obtaining a position. At the age of 18, Ferruccio returned to his village. There, he teamed up with his longtime friend Mirano Filippini to start a vehicle repair business. This business would later provide Ferruccio with the foundational platform to build a massive motor vehicle enterprise. In the meantime, World War II breaks out. As a result, Ferruccio gives up his free life and, as per the orders of the Royal Italian Air Force, he is sent to work as an industrial technician at the Rhodes Island fortress in Greece. 3 years later, Italy is occupied. After that, with the German forces taking control of the fortress, Italian nationals are evacuated from the island. However, Ferruccio requests permission from the authorities to continue operating his vehicle repair business on the island. 2 years later, in 1945, the Allied forces arrive on the island. They take control of all the people in the fortress, including Ferruccio. During this time, the Allied military officers recognize Ferruccio's technical skills and use him to repair their vehicles. After a year, Ferruccio is granted freedom. However, even after his freedom, Ferruccio does not find joy in his life. His wife, Dalia, passed away shortly after giving birth to their first child. After this tragedy, Ferruccio spends most of his time at his vehicle repair business. He continues repairing vehicles like trucks and tractors that he had worked on before the war. One day, Ferruccio receives a call that changes everything. It is from his father, who asks for a new tractor. At that moment, Ferruccio realizes that with the post-war environment in Italy, there is an increasing need for new agricultural vehicles to improve farming. However, building such vehicles requires better machinery. Using his knowledge of military vehicles, Ferruccio is inspired to create a new tractor using surplus military equipment. These tractors would use diesel instead of petrol, which makes them much more economical and practical compared to existing models in the market. Ferruccio then starts a new business, launching the Lamborghini tractor. As demand for Lamborghini tractors grows in the market, Ferruccio needs additional funding to increase production capacity. As a result, his father mortgages the family's vineyard to provide the necessary capital. This is a risky move. But fortunately, Lamborghini tractors become a massive success in Italy, eventually turning into a large-scale business. With the success of his business, Ferruccio becomes quite wealthy. As expected, he begins to purchase fast cars. He starts collecting expensive cars like Jaguar, Maserati, and Ferrari. However, even with these, he was not satisfied. Especially with the Ferrari 250 GT, he was not pleased. The reason for his dissatisfaction was that the car's clutch needed frequent repairs. One day, he takes this car to his mechanic for repairs. What Ferruccio discovers is that the clutch used in this expensive car is made from the same parts he uses for his tractors, and the value of that part is only about 10 euros. He becomes frustrated at having to pay 1,000 euros for a part that's only worth 10 euros. Then, Ferruccio tells Enzo Ferrari, the owner of Ferrari, about the issues with the Ferrari cars. He explains in detail about the frequent clutch problems, the poor reliability, and the rough performance of the cars. Ferrari dismisses Ferruccio's concerns, saying, "My cars don't have such problems. It's an issue with your driving skills. You're just a tractor driver and farmer, so don't tell me about problems with my cars. My cars are the best in the world." In response, Ferruccio says, "Well, I may be a farmer, but I'll show you how to create a real sports car." That day, Ferruccio goes home with a strong sense of determination, thinking about what he could do. At the time, many people said that what he was about to do was a foolish move, that he was risking the success he gained from tractor manufacturing. However, without being deterred by anyone, Ferruccio starts a new company in his own name. He hires 3 people who had previously worked at Ferrari and buys a large piece of land to begin his new venture. Within just 9 months, Ferruccio produces his first sports car. As a symbol, he uses his own family crest for the logo. This car, named the Lamborghini 350 GT, is considered a revolutionary vehicle in automotive history. It is equipped with a V12 engine, a 5-speed gear system, 4-wheel disc brakes, and a 4-wheel independent suspension system. When it was first showcased at the Turin Motor Show, it was met with admiration. Through this, Ferruccio proves to Enzo Ferrari and the people who mocked him that he is not just a farmer, but also a skilled mechanical engineer capable of producing world-class sports cars. Over the next few years, Ferruccio's tractor and car business becomes highly successful. Under Ferruccio's leadership, his team designs the 400 GT and the Miura P400 in secret. The Miura is designed to be a car suitable for racing. It is considered the world's first mid-engine sports car, with the engine positioned at the rear of the vehicle. Once all the work on the Miura was completed, his team presented it to Ferruccio. Initially, Ferruccio was not very keen on racing cars, which is why his team secretly designed the Miura. Ferruccio had previously been hesitant to get involved in racing due to an accident during a high-speed race where his car veered off the track and crashed into a restaurant. However, he didn't reject the car his team had created. In hindsight, Ferruccio's decision to approve the Miura was a good one, and modern Lamborghini sports cars stand as a testament to that decision. After the Miura, cars like the Espada, Slero, Arama, Urraco, and Countach were released to the market. These cars stood out from others because all of their components were designed and manufactured by Lamborghini itself. Among them, the Countach became the most talked-about car in automotive history. However, unfortunately, Ferruccio's success was soon challenged. The reason for this was the cancellation of a deal to sell 5,000 tractor units to Olivetti. The political instability in Italy, particularly in the region of Olivetti, caused this deal to fall through. Due to the resulting financial difficulties, Ferruccio was forced to sell 51% of the shares of both his tractor company and Lamborghini to overcome the crisis. This situation worsened with the global market's major crash and the imposition of oil restrictions through the OPEC agreement, leading to a sharp rise in fuel prices. As a result, the automotive industry plunged into a crisis. During this time, Ferruccio sought buyers for the unsold tractors, and later, he decided to sell 49% of his shares in Lamborghini. He made the decision to retire. His small company was passed down to his only son, Tonino. Later, Tonino ran a successful business under his own name, selling luxurious and exclusive brands. The new owners of Lamborghini made efforts to keep the company afloat, but they were unsuccessful. Due to financial troubles, the company was eventually taken over by the government. A few years later, the company was sold for $3 million to 2 French millionaires. Their attempt was to innovate Lamborghini and hire new engineers, for which they spent large amounts of money. However, they were unable to make a profit and eventually sold the company to the American Chrysler Motor Company. Despite efforts to establish the company in America, Chrysler could not make enough profit either and later sold the company to an Indonesian conglomerate. Unfortunately, due to the economic crisis in Asia, the Indonesian group also failed to make a profit from Lamborghini. In the end, Audi acquired Lamborghini. They paid more attention to the production processes and the quality of the products. Under Audi's leadership, Lamborghini has now become a massive business, overcoming various challenges. By introducing a range of modern vehicles, Lamborghini reported significant sales in 2019. The company's value is now estimated at around $11 billion. This is how a farmer and a war prisoner turned a tractor business into a huge automotive empire. Let us know what you think about this video in the comments below.